welcome back to the game room for day 10 of the 12 Days of Christmas. I'm stoked that you're here because today we're checking out Balloon Kid on the original Game Boy. If you're wondering how I came up with these cool custom cassette tape cases, check out day 7 where I walk you through the process on how to create these for your game room and have them in your collection. Balloon Kid clocks in at around an hour and a half to complete on How Long to Beat. This one was developed and published by Nintendo, and it actually was a sequel to a game that I've never played called Balloon Fight on the NES. This one has a really, dare I say, cute story about a brother and sister combo, Alice and Jim, and they're out playing with their balloons one day when Jim overinflates too many balloons and flies away. The really cool thing about this is as you're playing, you're following a trail of balloons. Those are actually the balloons that Jim is leaving behind for Alice to come find him, so kind of a really cool addition to the story that works its way all the way along. You're in an Earth-like world called Pennsylvania, and then you kind of transit from there to a bunch of other locations following that trail of balloons in an effort to find Jim. This one's a really unique game, and it's probably like nothing I've ever played before in the sense that every stage is an auto-scroller, and not only do they have different varying speeds depending on the stage you're on, the auto-scroller moves from right to left as you play. Alice floats from right to left in each stage with 2 balloons. She can choose to either walk and fly, and actually can let go of the balloons on command to make it a little easier to navigate as just a regular platformer. But most of your platforming here is happening in flight. Now, even though you can intentionally pop your balloons, enemies can also do all kinds of things to you. Bump, pop your balloons, and push you off of platforms, and so you're gonna have to be ready to re-inflate your balloons, which is a really interesting mechanic that this game has, especially when that auto-scroller is moving really quickly and you've got barely any time to pump one balloon quickly before you're back in the air again. For the most part, you can't do much to affect enemies in the world besides dodge them, but there is one power-up available, which is like a P-balloon. I guess it's a power balloon, and it grants invincibility for a short period of time, and Alice can knock all the enemies off the screen that she wants. All in all, there are 4 bosses over 8 stages, and the boss fights are really unique because those encounters sort of force you to let go of your balloons and then re-inflate them on the fly in order to beat each boss, which is a really neat mechanic. This one was actually a lot tougher than I gave it credit for. I cruised through the first 3 or 4 stages thinking nothing of it. I wasn't really doing anything to collect balloons, or really was just dodging enemies most of the time, but what I realized after I completely failed both my first gameplay and my only continue on the second playthrough was that you absolutely have to bank lives in order to make it farther into this game. The other game modes that are available are a versus mode, which you need a link cable and 2 copies of the game for, so I wasn't able to check that one out. The third mode is Balloon Trip, and I spent a little bit of time on this one. It's more of an arcade mode where you're just playing kind of as long as you'd like to in an effort to crack a top score. Absolutely worth checking out Balloon Kid. I had heard really good things about this one before, but I'm glad that it has a spot in my collection, and it should in yours too. This one's worth picking up. The price isn't too bad right now, so a loose copy is definitely within reach if it's something that you're interested in adding to your collection. Thanks so much for sticking around for day 10 of the 12 Days of Christmas. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. I appreciate all the likes, comments, subscribes, all that good stuff goes a long way into helping my channel grow. Thanks for sticking around, and I will catch you on the next one.